Nothing but vibes here on the Inner Gold Show. And you know by now, if you've been listening to Bang, that it's International Women's Week here on Bang Radio. Big up Amanda Star. So we're going to do things the right way here on the Inner Gold Show. We just played a track called The Right Way. So we do things big where not only are we going to play the tune, we bring in the Empress that sang the tune. So we are joined by Sherii Ven Dyer. Greetings, Empress. You good?
Bless. Good night, good morning. You know, greetings, everybody. Whatever you're doing. How are we tonight?
Bless, man. Bless.
Good.
So, like I say, we started off the right way with your track, The Right Way. So there's people sitting at home right now thinking that tune, they're bad, you know. I need to know a bit about it, who produced it and whatnot. So could you tell the people them a bit about that tune there?
Yes, this tune was actually produced by a German band called Boom Rush. Big up Boom Rush Productions.
Big up.
Big up to them. And yeah, heard the tune, wrote to it, they loved it. And it's actually on a international release. It's on iTunes as well now. So yeah, really doing well internationally. It's being played a lot all over. So
you heard it there. Go on iTunes and support that there. But we started with the music, but doing my research as I like to do and Heartical likes to do.
Me not cut it, but me have to tell the people.
Go on.
A piece of paper, like contract with them have a whole list of
contract, thing, you know.
Like contract, you know. Them have me on the spot with a whole list of things that them are gonna ask me. Like his contract, me I got signing up people.
Well, to be honest, if you're gonna try and draw us out, I'm gonna draw out your team as well, because how can a man called Blemish come with him football bag, man, bring shin pads, everything, you know what I mean? So we call that 1-0 because,
we
you know.
come prepared just in case you want to stay overnight, you know?
There you go.
If you like us that much, we might just stay, you know? But everything is blessed.
Yeah.
No more calling out.
No more drawing out, that's it. That's a draw, 1-0. You know what I mean? We keep it moving still. So like I was saying, yes, we are prepared as you are. So really your journey, from what I saw, is an interesting journey. So we'd like to get into that a little bit more.
Okay.
And first thing that springs to mind, you know, is the cultural background, you know. There's a unique background there. So how important is culture to Sherii Ven Dyer?
Well, for me, growing up, it was very mixed, because I was first raised here in the UK, and then I left and went back to Jamaica, part Jamaican, Indian, Cuban, so there's a bit of a mixture going on there, but the Jamaican, you know, heritage is very much dominant. And going back there to live made me realize a lot about how much we take for granted, you know, but it also showed me a lot about the roots and the culture of you know where I'm from, and just to appreciate certain things, and it's important to be able to really appreciate, you know, where you're from, and actually know it. And there's a lot of Jaffiacans out there. enough
It's
of them.
It's
enough
true.
of them. But all is good. You know, everybody is each to their own. As long as you can be true to yourself.
Now, you've had the privilege of living in Jamaica. Me, I've just been on holiday there, you know, but you've lived there and you've lived here. So what are some of the differences between Jamaica and England?
Boy, first thing, hurricane. I don't know if you guys remember, kind of showing my age now, but there was Hurricane Gilbert. I was in it. Trust me, I was in Hurricane Gilbert. For those of you that remember that, and with things like the hurricanes, I mean, fortunately, it's not been so bad over the past few years. But back in the day, them things there, you know, having to stock up on your tin food and your bully beef and all them kind of thing there, and literally just in your house for days. And the wind is going and no electric and no lights, and you know, it's real. And when that all happened, I literally just moved to the country. So coming from here, where McDonald's is around the corner, to a situation where you're just in the house and you can see water sweeping in and people's roofs coming off, and all of that, it's a big culture shock. And there's so much that just being able to turn on a light and get water from your tap. And like, people, I'm not saying that no one doesn't have water running out of their tap, because Jamaica is very, very, very much up there and with the rest of the world. And in actual fact, they're I'd say in certain aspects, they are more commercialized in certain parts of generally than even Western areas.
Truly.
You know what I mean? Because Jamaica's got everything.
Right.
But just like the power cuts and stuff like that, and how much we waste water and we take these things for granted, it just makes you appreciate. Up to this day now, I still iron my clothes the night before. I've just gotten so used to it. Because you make sure you iron your clothes the night before, because come morning, if there's no electric, then boy, you on the farm now, go get iron.
Yeah. It's real. Definitely
I'm sure it must have definitely been in there at them times. There must have definitely given you that survival instinct, like being able to survive and make something out of nothing.
Yeah,
really and truly.
Definitely. I mean, I was quite a young child then, but at the same time, just seeing how my parents were able to think, okay, got to batten down like the awnings that they have over the windows, and preparing everything and making sure that you've got enough privileges while you're inside. But generally, when I think with any Caribbean country, it's surviving over there is, to a degree, it can be easier than the Western world, for the simple reason that you can grow your produce. You can barter with Mr. Man down the road and blah blah, and and it's in that respect you can get by, whereas here every single thing you have to buy.
True.
And it's something that I say, us as the human race, we're the only race that have to pay to survive.
True.
And it's becoming more and more in countries like the Caribbean and throughout the world, where people are actually creating their own produce and creating their own thing to be able to survive without having to buy everything. And it's something that they're trying to do over here as well in certain areas, but it's a bit harder. It is a bit harder.
I hear you. And we all know that Jamaica is the birthplace of reggae music. So how much of an influence did the music scene over there influence you growing up?
Growing up, it was quite diverse, because funny enough, growing up in Jamaica, they love a Celine Dion, they love a Whitney Houston, they love what's that other guy with the long, I can't remember his name, Michael Bolton.
Yes.
Love a Michael Bolton.
It's true. I've seen him sell out concerts over there.
Even now.
Yeah.
So the music was very influenced by these artists. However, as soon as the track comes out, just reggae cover it.
Yeah.
Straight. And unfortunately, where I lived, St. Elizabeth, big up. Junction, big up. It's a big town over there now. In the town, they had Stone Love that would come out there, and they would hold big dances. And it's literally, I went on my veranda, I could hear and see the lights and everything from the veranda. So it was literally, it was like having the concert in the garden, because you could hear everything word for word, everything. When the DJ attacked, everything, I was literally right there.
Wow.
So Stone Love and all of them, they were everything was right there, so it was a big inspiration for me, because everything was right there,
Truly. And talking of covers, I know that you done a big cover of Adele's track Hello.
I did. I have.
So,
I have.
Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
that. We have that. So what we saying? Should we
You
go
know
into
what,
that?
man? Let's do it, man.
Alright,
It
let's
makes sense. It makes sense still.
All right, cool.
So you know what? I could introduce it, but as you're here and it is your tune, I think it's only right that you introduce it to the people then.
Okay. Well, here we go. This is my version of Adele's Hello.
Oh, good morning, good night, depending on where you are in the world right now. This is the Inner Gold Show, and we're here with Sherii Ven Dyer. We're gonna call it the Sherii Ven Dyer takeover right now.
Oh, bless you.
So remind the people them, as it is your takeover right now, what was the track the people them just heard? What was it called?
People, you just heard my version of Hello by Adele. And that was produced by a gentleman called Remy Dunkley. Big up, Remy. And yeah, just basically wanted to try and get it out, you know, while it was hot and everything, just to, you know, give the people some extra.
For real. And you know, you being, you know, a person that makes your own music as well, what is it like with this track to take on someone else's lyrics and, you know, bring that to life in your own way?
I've got to say that there has to be something that resonates with me with the lyrics, for me to be able to really feel the essence of it. As a writer, I like to be able to look at things a bit abstract, and so picking songs, if I am gonna do a cover, it has to be something that really, you know, that hits the core of me. I also done another cover. I'm not sure if you've got that one, because it's more of a live acoustic, but I done Humanity, big tune.
Wow.
And that is originally the Royal Rasses, but also done by John Legend as well. And but guys, you can see it on my YouTube, you know, if you're listening, or on my website SherieVenDyer.com. So yeah, just had to give a little plug there.
Go on, why not?
But yeah, so and with that song as well, it's a very conscious message that it's bringing across. So I think it's got to have something that resonates with me, because I do like to speak about things that is bringing a message across, either positivity or consciousness, or, you know, about life in general.
For real. Now, we're going to go into a bit more of the journey, because like I say, from the research, your story is very interesting. So we want to share that with the people, because we are inner gold and we like to explore, you know, the inner gold. So one thing that came to mind when I was doing my research is that, you know, you had done previous work in the music industry that some people may know, they may not know. So we're going to educate them, as I like to say.
Yes.
So first of all, you were signed to the label BMG Entertainment, and you was also a singer-songwriter in a group called Made in London. So could you tell us a bit about, firstly, how that situation come about, and
Made in London. How Made in London came about was that before then I was actually in another underground group. So I started way back, and the group that I was in before, I had a vocal teacher who told me about this group that was about to be signed, and you know, they're looking for a lead singer-songwriter. I should go. Me being loyal, I didn't want to leave the band that I was in, because I was the lead singer of that band as well. That band was called Rude. Give them a little big up at that time. Big up. So I kind of felt, it's a bit of a decision, but then I had to think, well, you know, at that time where I wanted to go, that band wasn't really going there. So I had to make the decision and say, you know what, I need to do this. And yeah, basically that's how I got into this band. And then after that, just, you know, got the album, signed the deal. Yeah.
That's a big look, and from our research, we understand that one of your tracks reached number 15 in the chart. So how does that feel to sort of have a tune that got to the charts?
I think having done things like, which it doesn't exist no more, things like Top of the Pops.
Yes.
People, I'm sure you guys remember Top of the Pops.
Of course.
Yeah, man.
MTV Base, when MTV was like based in Camden sides. We used to go there, do all of that. Done a lot of stuff all over, children's shows. Had the privilege to be able to fly to Thailand, do a big video there. So yeah, it was an amazing journey, and yeah, appreciate the lessons learned through that. Yeah, definitely.
For real. And in that time now, I think it was a golden era in kind of UK music, which sometimes doesn't really get the praise it deserves. So you had like the Mystiques of the world, yourself was around. So what was it like being part of that era?
You see, music, because you had a lot of the it's like the garagey sound that was quite, and that big song, Flowers, remember? Yeah, that big tune, Flowers, like around that area. It was very much that all year round summer kind of feeling, because you very much had a lot of that music happening there. But like, I think people generally, it was kind of like trying to find the English sound, because there was still a kind of like crossovers to people not really knowing where they fit, like still trying to emulate a bit of the American side and not really. So I think at that point it was kind of like a breakthrough as to we need to bring through the English sound, and then grime was born, and all the rest of it came through after. So it was an era where I think for British UK scene it was being born at that point.
For real, and I think it's perfect with it being, International Women's Week, that these kind of parts of the story, are shared. And, through doing the research, it led me to listening to the track Muddy Waters, which had a nice vibe to it. I'm not going to lie, but it made me think, how much, like, how a female is represented in those times till now has changed. So how do you think?
Do you know, basically, that throughout that period of time, obviously it was very commercial, and I was in a pop band, so the representation of the music was very much on a commercial level, and it was more or less on that very lovey-dovey kind of tip, and there wasn't. Where I'm at now is it's a very different, very different level. The consciousness has grown quite a lot from there. But I think I appreciate what I went through there, because it's allowed me to be able to, as a writer, to be able to use the commercial and the pop aspect of my ability and incorporate that within my lyrics as a reggae artist now. And I do aspire to keep changing and evolving into, different genres of music. I'm, not just a reggae artist. That in time these things will, will grow and develop. But yeah, just being able to use what I've learned then, and allow it to help in my creation now, basically.
Yes. And one of the first times we heard you was at Randy's Still Pushing launch party at the Jazz Cafe. And yeah, when you took the stage, like, it was just a vibe, and there's one tune that stood out, and it was called Can't Wait. And when I heard that, I was like, yeah, this is the one.
Serious thing.
I think it's only right that we go into this one. So would you like to introduce it to the people then?
Yeah, I can, definitely. This tune is called Can't Wait, for all you lovers out there. Sherii Ven Dyer.
Yes, people, this is still the Inner Gold Show, and I bet you can't wait to hear more of the Inner Gold Show. And we just gave you Can't Wait by our very special guest, Sherii Ven Dyer. Please tell the people who produced that fantastic track before we go any further.
Yes, this was the big man, Keelstone Music. Big up, Mr. Keelstone.
Cheers.
Yeah, felt very privileged to have been able to be on this track. Literally heard it, wrote in it, and the love that he embraced it with, and just put it out there. It's just been so much support that it actually led me to doing my second single, which I'm sure you'll play at some point. But yeah, big up Keelstone Music.
Heartical. And also big up Blemish as well for sending over a special dub plate of this track,
Yeah,
which
man.
we have played a number of times.
Big up management.
Trust me, management, the whole squad.
Of course.
And yes, we understand that you have the nickname the vocal firecracker. So
Yeah.
break that down to the people.
Vocal firecracker, Sherii Fire. I kind of changed it to the Sherii Fire as that's kind of my slogan. So you know, just want the people to follow the Sherii Fire movement.
Yes.
I think I heard that from a few people because it was like a firecracker when they heard certain vocals that, you know, I was singing, and you know, that kind of was something that was emulated and put down and stuff. But yeah, Sherii Fire all the way.
Yes, man. Fire. Yes.
Yes, and you've described your music as music that, you know, touches different emotions, different expressions, has different meanings. So how would you describe your sound personally?
My sound, as in my vocal sound.
Or just you as an artist, for those that don't know.
Emotional. Whether it's love life, you know, hardship, struggles, whatever it is that I'm singing about, I put emotion into it. And I think with emotion, when I'm singing whatever I'm singing, the essence of what I hope to do is for people to be able to feel what I'm singing, not just hear it but feel it as well, and embrace that feeling within, you know, the message that I'm bringing across.
Yes, and you're definitely bringing that message to the people. You shared the stage with the likes of Atana, Peter Hunningill, General Levy. The list just can go on. We could be here till 4 a.m.
I got to big up my label mate Randy Valentine, you know, because, you know, he's probably obviously one of the maybe one of the first people that I've obviously been, you know, on stage with, and kind of introducing me as, you know, the little sister of the camp kind of thing. So big up Randy. All
right, let's go straight into Mr. Valentine. We got a whole bit on him. So as you just shared, he is your label mate, and we saw you perform at his launch party like last year. What is it like just taking in the rise in his career? He's just come back from Trinidad, America, Spain, like.
I was supporting Randy with doing vocals and stuff on his first EP. Was it Break the Chain? I think it was Break the Chain. Yeah, and then also supported him on one of the German. I can't remember which one of the festivals it was now. Was it
Keep It Real Jam?
In Keep It Real Jam.
Okay.
And went there. Got to big up my sister Dion Reid.
Yes.
Big up Dion. Big up Dion.
Big up.
Was there with her, was supporting Randy, and the whole ambience and the feel from the crowd and the love, you know, for Randy and everything. It was just so wonderful, and it's very inspirational as well to be able to see that. And for me, although coming from the background I've come from and doing everything I've done, it doesn't ever make me feel like, well, I've been there, done it kind of thing. I feel that every experience is always a new one. And no matter what you've done in your life, there's always room to grow, and you should always try to remain humble.
Surely.
Because and never forget where you're coming from, because as quick as you can get it is as quick as it can go. So it's always a beautiful you know, experience to be able to experience that within itself, because it's always a new emotion. It's a new set of people, new crowd, you know, different vibe. And it was really beautiful to be able to see how these people embraced that, and just made me more and more motivated to want to keep doing what I'm doing, to be able to show people a different side of Sherii Ven Dyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we know you're also affiliated to Cali P as well, because he's part of Empire, of the whole camp. So
there's everybody.
Yeah, so as a selector, I just think abstract sometimes. I'm just thinking, like, one day could we expect like collaborations with like Randy, Cali,
definitely.
Dion Reid, maybe even like.
Trust me, there's definitely there's scope for so many things right now.
Okay.
There's a lot happening.
Okay, alright, okay. We'll wait on that.
Of course.
I'm not even gonna lie, like, it's almost, I'd say around a year almost since we first linked up, you know, with Randy, Blemish.
Yeah.
the whole movement. And I have to say, you know, if it was football, you lot are coming in like Leicester City at the moment, because anywhere I go now, I'm seeing j.o.a.t. You know what I mean? So, how does it feel now, firstly, to be part of the winning team right now?
I think it's just the unity of you know, of the whole of everybody that makes it happen. It's not just one person, it's everybody all together. And I have to say a very, very big shout out, love, respect to management. Blemish.
Even though he's the most humble guy in the world.
For real.
Very humble. But you know, a lot of people don't seem to realize that, you know, although as artists and we are out there and we're doing our thing and whatever, but when it comes to, like, you know, the background stuff, like when I'm writing my music, and just little tiny things can make a big difference to a song. And, you know, being a great advisor, somebody that can be there to be able to say, you know, yeah, but you can do better, Sherii. You can do better, Randy. You can, you know, and you have to, you know, show that respect. So, you know, big respect.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So it's important to have the right support then.
It's very important to have the right support there, because it's very hard to find people are there, because, you know, they want to be there to, you know, make the money, but, you know, having somebody that can actually be there and have your back, you know, genuinely, is so hard to find. So you have to be able to, you know, give that respect where it's due, and that loyalty.
Yes, we have to big up Blemish once again.
Yes.
Trust me. So yes, another track that I've heard of yours is a track called "Don't Make Life" as well, and you have a video to go with that track as well.
That's going back to Killstone Music.
Okay.
That was basically after, you know, the Can't Wait situation, and it was like, yeah, you know, see what you can do with this. Put that down, and he really, you know, embraced that and everything, and we done the video for it, and just kind of blew away as well.
Yeah. And it has a strong, like, social message. So like, how important is it to get those messages to the people? Like?
I think it's an everyday thing for us, because, you know, a lot of people that, you know, generally we're living in a society where it's pure problem and trouble and strife and, you know, whatever it is, and a lot of people, they forget to actually wake up and give thanks that they even wake up and alive. First thing is, why, homie, I got paid the gas bill, and you know, and rotate the sky and this, that,
or
the
checking the WhatsApps.
And it's just a simple thing of, you know, don't make life turn you crazy, you know. It's just, you know, look past the, you know, the corners of your mind and be able to see what, you know, not just what your eyes can see. And it's like all of us, even myself, sometimes it's like, oh, life, but, you know, I myself have to try and remember to, you know, listen to the words of my own songs, because it is real. You have to just try to, you know, look above what your eyes can see.
Yeah, and we're all still pushing, like Mr. Randy Valentine said. So
yes,
it's only right that we get into that track now.
Yeah,
so
man, definitely.
Would you like to intro it once again?
Yes, here we go. So this is Don't Make Life.
And that was Don't Make Life by Sherii Ven Dyer. A track I'm feeling. The videos turn up, as they say out there. Big video. So tell the people a little bit about the video for those that haven't seen it yet.
The video, very, very tropical looking, very exotic looking. And I'm not going to say exactly where the location is, but it is here. It is here, people. But if you have not seen it, you need to go on the SherieVenDyer.com or check my Facebook, you know, my page, have a look. Really lovely, calming video, very tropical inspired video, and just being able to, you know, say just live life and try, you know, there is trials, there's troubles, there's stresses, but don't let it mad you, you know, because no matter what happen, you know, if you're gone, them still there.
It's true. It's true.
They're still there. You gone, they're still there.
For real.
You know, so yeah.
Now we've seen the growth, you know, since seeing you at Randy's launch, you know, almost a year ago. And, you know, seeing you've got 4 powerful tracks under your belt, the question we want to know, what the people are asking, Wagwan, can we expect a project soon?
Yes, indeed. We're basically finishing up the kind of called it mixtape EP. Not really too sure what we're gonna call, but yeah, there's an EP, 7 tracks coming, people, and I'm really looking forward to that release, and it'll be a free release. So you know, people will be able to, you know, get it, and hopefully they'll be able to enjoy the different essences of the Sherii Fire.
Yes, definitely looking forward to that one there. Yes, and we've seen you perform at a number of shows all across the UK, from Hootenanny to, I think you done a show last Friday.
Yeah, I'm even forgetting what I've
Concrete
what I've
Roots.
Concrete Roots. I was there. I think before that, Carol Thompson and Victoria Evans.
Yes,
I opened up
yes.
for them in the Grand. Along
Okay,
with big up Ash Loren. Yeah, we done a thing down there as well. So yeah, things are happening, and you know, so much more is gonna be happening.
Definitely, yeah.
As well, yeah.
And you just mentioned some of the artists doing it now. Aisha Loren, you mentioned Dion Reed earlier. We obviously know about Randy. So what are your thoughts on like the UK kind of like reggae scene at the moment?
Do you know, because here in the UK seems quite dominated by Lovers Rock, and it's a big, massive, you know, market. But my I think my scope of where I'm trying to take it is maybe slightly more maybe more rootsy, a bit more commercial, but more international.
Yes.
That it can open up the market, you know, more worldwide. And it isn't easy, because obviously, although reggae music is such a huge market internationally, but I find here in the UK it's just very it's still like a closed knit, and that's why I have to give thanks to people like you guys, you know, Bang Radio, and the radio stations that do support, because, you know, being able to get internationally and nationally recognized by, you know, the bigger stations, it is very, very difficult. But the support that we get from you guys, it really helps, because it just shows that, you know, you're embracing you know, UK artists, and it really helps us to be able to elevate to the next stage. So it's really appreciated.
Definitely, and we're feeling the works, hence the reason why we put you in our golden 10 for 2016.
And
yes,
and I want to say, like, a big up to all the you know, the UK reggae acts, especially female as well, because like it is very difficult to be able to like be a reggae artist as well, and there is so many like artists that are out there trying to do their thing and try and set yourself as, you know, unique and different, do something different. And I think that there is, as long as you are able to know who you are and create from within you, then there is always going to be, you know, room for everyone. There's no, I don't see competition. I don't see it in that way. You know, there's always room for, I will forever, you know, big up the Cassandra Londons, Aisha Loren, you know, all the reggae artists that are out there. I don't want to miss out anybody. So all of you guys that are out there, I want to big everybody up, because, you know, you're all everybody's bringing something, you know, unique. Marla B, big up, you know.
Yes,
everybody.
Marla, yeah, man, real talk.
And you know, Heartical mentioned you've been doing the shows, you've been doing the radio tour and whatnot. So you create the music. Big up Expanda cameraman, because he heard the music now. You know, off air, man was bubbling to the tune like he's had it on his iPhone for years. But after a little conversation, we found out he heard it for the first time.
Yeah.
So you create the music, you go studio, you put the music down. How does it feel now when you see people embrace and connect with your music?
Just saying that it still shocks me, it still surprises me that, like, when, you know, people are dancing and are moving to it, because I'm like, oh wow, you know, they're really embracing it. Or even when, like, people see me and they're like, oh Sherii, you know what, that tune, and it's like, okay, you've heard it. And it is still surprising to me, but it's just I'm glad that I'm able to give something that is able to resonate with people, and and they can embrace it, and I'm hoping that I can continue to do more and more of that.
For real.
Yes, and as it is International Women's Week here on Bang Radio,
Yes.
we're gonna ask you a question now. We want you to just name like 3 inspirational women in your life, like
Wow.
That have inspired
that have
you.
inspired you.
That
Yeah.
inspired me.
Yeah.
First and foremost has to be my mother.
Yes.
Most definitely. Without her I wouldn't be here. So, that's first and foremost. My mother, blessings.
Yes.
Another inspirational woman in my life, or just generally speaking.
Generally,
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin,
wow.
because she is somebody that growing up as a child, I aspired to, with her music, and to be able to have that power to be able to sing like. So she's another inspirational person. And third, who else can I say? Third person. I don't really want to say another artist again, but because I don't want to be here all night. I think because of my range of vocals and stuff, Mariah Carey had been somebody that I self-taught against. So growing up, when I heard the vocal range and I was not in any way able to do it, and I would listen to it, and I'd be so inspired that I would teach myself how to reach those notes. So it was something that was totally self-taught to be able to reach those levels, and she was somebody that I would listen to every day. So I don't think it's a true third choice, because it's just something that's come to my mind right now. There's so many other inspirational people that I can think of, but at this point, on a vocal level,
that's still inspirational.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
big up for sharing.
Yeah.
Now, as it is International Women's Day,
Yes.
and you are representing all the Empress them across planet Earth, and you're doing a good job, do you have a message for all the Empress them around planet Earth right now?
What I would like to say to all the females out there is to stay true to who you are. No matter what it is that you're going through in life, or however you're feeling, just trying to remain centered within yourself. Don't allow another person to take away anything from who you are, or make you feel that you are not anything other than an empress or a queen. No one should have that power. We are all queens, and we make the decisions and have the control, and there shouldn't be anybody that we should give that control to. So women, you're all empresses, you're all queens, and you need to know that within yourself. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Well said.
Powerful.
Well said. And while we're on messages, the youth them, do you have a message for our youth right now?
Don't follow. Again, it's all about self. Being able to stay true to who you are. There are so many influences out there for the young people. This one's got these kicks, and that one's got this, and you want to be seen to be cool and all of that. But really and truly, to a young person, it does mean everything to them. But just being able to stand firm and know who you are, and not follow the crowd, even as a young person. You create your own fashion. You be your own leader. You set your own trends. Whatever somebody else is doing, you are within your own right, able to be who you are, and be that leader. Be that leader.
Yes.
You know what? I work with the youth, and after hearing that, we need you to come in and have a little word with some of them,
Yeah, man,
because
most
that was
definitely.
powerful still.
Most definitely, I'm up for doing that. I actually do help young children as well that can't, that their second language may be English. So, you know, I assist them with, you know, helping them with their language skills and stuff like that as well.
One. So giving back to the people.
Giving back to the community, as you do.
Definitely.
As you do.
And we know about SherieVenDyer.com, so where else
Yes.
can the people then find you?
Well, so the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, I'm on Snapchat as well. So, you know, you can follow me on any of these things. And I'm always loading things up on the FB. So yeah, definitely. You know,
Yes,
I'm there.
just stay tuned, stay
Of course,
tuned.
of course.
And I feel like this is a special moment right now. You're one of the golden 10 artists that we've chosen.
bless.
It's International Women's Week.
Yes.
Yeah. And we have the vocal fire on the Inner Goals show, and it's cold outside, so the people them need warming up. So can you bless the people them with something? Can we get into that?
Yeah, man, definitely. A little acapella thing.
Yeah, that can run.
Okay.
Okay, let's
Yeah, okay, so people, my latest single that's out now. This is a little bit of the right way. Check it out. It's on iTunes, okay? Here we go. I found the right way to get closer to loving enemies. And I hope and I pray that the meaning of this love will always stay so indestructible. Yes, everybody, check it out. iTunes now.
I have to say, you know what I have
Wow.
to say straight away? Humble seems to be the word of the day. Even though I'm losing my voice, I'm sorry, people. But humble is the word of the day, like they used to do on Sesame Street. Because you just said now, I'm going to give the people them a little something, and you come and do that. Like, you know what? Thank you, Sherii. Thank you.
to hold back.
We can see why they call you Sherii
Yeah.
Ven Fire,
Sherii
or Sherii
Fire,
Fire,
yeah.
It's
Sherii
blazing
Fire,
in here right
I can't
now.
even
It's
get my words.
actually
It's just
blazing.
like,
It is a bit much.
it's like, wow, that was special, man. So big up.
Thank you
Big
very
up,
much.
serious.
Thank you.
You know what I mean? So
It's been love, man. It's been so much love here today. Thank you very much for having me, guys. Really appreciate
Our
it.
doors always open.
And
Anything
Mr.
that's popping.
Cameraman. Thank you as well.
Big up
Thank
Expanda
you.
UK
Big
each
up,
and
big
every
up, big
time.
up, big up.
You know,
big up.
the j.o.a.t family.
Yeah,
Randy,
yeah.
anywhere you're there.
Lizzie Brown,
And I'm
anyway,
gonna
you're
big
there.
up Empire.
Yeah.
You don't know.
Because, you know, they're part of the team as well, so big up Empire.
The
Yes,
whole
man.
camp.
The whole camp.
So you heard it there, people. Sherii Ven Dyer, Sherii Fire on the Inner Gold show.
Yeah, man. Medea.
Yeah, man. Bless
I
her.
know.
Blessings.